3 months ago, I had less than $10 in my bank account and no plan left. Today, I make money every single day from my laptop. No luck, no secrets, no shortcuts. Just a method that almost nobody sticks with long enough to see work. If you have ever felt stuck, broke, or completely lost about where to start, this is the story you cannot afford to miss. Title: I am Nick. Here is how I make money. My name is Nick, and for a long time, I was completely stuck. Every morning, I woke up with the same feeling: stress, confusion, pressure. I had bills to pay, but my income was not enough. I tried working harder at my job, taking extra shifts, and even cutting down my expenses. But nothing really changed. At the end of every month, I was still broke. The worst part was not the money. It was the feeling that I had no control over my life. One day, something happened that made everything worse. My car broke down, and I did not have enough savings to fix it. I had to borrow money. That was the moment I realized I could not keep living like this. I needed another way to make money. At first, I had no idea where to start. I searched online and saw people talking about making money from home, side hustles, and online income. Honestly, I did not believe most of it. It felt too good to be true, but I had no other choice. So I started small. The first thing I tried was freelancing. I did not have special skills, but I knew basic things like typing, simple graphic design, and writing. I created a profile on freelancing platforms and offered simple services like logo design and content writing. At the beginning, nobody hired me. Days passed, then weeks. I almost gave up. Then one day, I got my first order. It was just $5, but that $5 meant everything. It proved that someone was willing to pay me online. I worked hard on that small order. I delivered it perfectly. The client was happy and left a good review. Slowly, more small orders started coming. That was step one. After some time, I realized I needed to grow. Freelancing was good, but I was trading time for money. So I looked for something that could grow without me working every hour. That is when I discovered digital products. I created simple things like ebooks and templates. For example, I made a basic resume template and sold it online. It took me a few hours to create, but I could sell it again and again without doing extra work. At first, sales were slow. I felt the same frustration again. I started questioning myself. Was I wasting my time? But I kept going. I learned basic marketing. I started posting content on social media. I shared simple tips about jobs, resumes, and making money. People started noticing. Slowly, traffic started coming to my products. Then something unexpected happened. One day, I woke up and saw that I had made money while I was sleeping. That moment changed everything. It was not a huge amount, but it showed me what was possible. From there, I expanded. I tried affiliate marketing. I promoted products that I believed in and earned a commission for every sale. I also learned a little about dropshipping. I created a simple online store and sold trending products without keeping stock. Not everything worked. Some products failed. Some ads wasted my money. There were times when I felt like quitting again. But each failure taught me something important. Here is what I learned. Making money online is not magic. It is a process. You start small. You test things. You fail. You learn. Then you improve. If you are starting today, here are simple ways you can begin. First, freelancing. Offer a skill, even a basic one like writing, data entry, or design. Start cheap. Build reviews. Then increase your price. Second, digital products. Create something once and sell it many times. It can be notes, templates, guides, or simple tools. Third, affiliate marketing. Recommend products and earn a percentage. Focus on trust. People buy when they believe you. Fourth, content creation. Share value on platforms like YouTube or social media. Build an audience, then monetize with ads, products, or services. The key is consistency. Do not expect results in 1 week. It took me months to see real income. But once things started working, everything changed. Today, I still work, but I work with freedom. I choose what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. I am not special. I just refuse to stay stuck. If you are in the same situation I was in, remember this. Your first dollar online is the hardest. After that, everything becomes possible. But there is something most people do not talk about. When you finally start making money online, new problems appear. At first, I thought more income would solve everything. But I quickly realized that managing money is just as important as making it. I had months where I earned more than my job, and then suddenly, income dropped again. It felt unstable. That uncertainty created a different kind of pressure. I had to learn discipline. I started tracking every dollar. I separated my income into 3 parts. One for expenses, one for savings, and one for reinvesting. Reinvesting was the most important. I used that money to improve my skills, run better ads, and create higher quality products. This is where things started to scale. Instead of doing everything myself, I began outsourcing small tasks. For example, I paid someone to design better graphics. I hired a writer to help with content. This allowed me to focus on bigger decisions that actually grew my income. At the same time, I made mistakes. One time, I invested in a product that I thought would go viral. I spent money on ads without testing properly. The result was a complete loss. That failure hit hard. It reminded me that online money is not guaranteed. But instead of quitting, I changed my strategy. I stopped chasing trends blindly and started focusing on value. I asked myself a simple question before every idea. Does this solve a real problem? When the answer was yes, things worked better. For example, instead of selling random products, I focused on tools that help people get jobs or improve their skills. Instead of creating content just for views, I created content that actually helped people earn or learn something useful. That shift made everything more stable. Another important lesson was building trust. People do not buy from strangers easily. They buy from people they trust. So I started being honest in everything I shared. I talked about my failures, not just my wins. I showed real results, not fake promises. Slowly, my audience grew stronger. More trust meant more consistent income. If you are trying to follow this path, here is what you should focus on next. Choose one method first. Do not try everything at once. If you pick freelancing, focus on improving one skill and getting your first 5 clients. If you pick digital products, create one useful product and learn how to sell it properly. Then improve step by step. Do not compare your beginning to someone else's success. Most people you see online are showing the result, not the struggle behind it. Also, protect your mindset. There will be days when nothing works. Days when you feel like you are wasting your time. That is normal. The difference is whether you stop or continue. I continued. That is why I am here now, telling you this. Today, my income comes from multiple sources. Freelancing, digital products, affiliate marketing, and small online businesses. Not all of them work perfectly every month, but together, they create stability. And the biggest change is not the money. It is the freedom. Freedom to choose. Freedom to learn. Freedom to build something of my own. If you are listening to this and feeling stuck like I was, understand one thing clearly. Nobody is coming to fix your situation, but there is one final truth that changed everything for me. Most people do not fail because they're not smart enough. They fail because they stop too early. I came very close to quitting more than once. There were days when I saw no results at all. I questioned every decision. I wondered if I should just go back to a normal routine and forget everything. What kept me going was a simple realization. If I stopped, nothing would change. So I made a rule for myself. I would give every method enough time to actually work. Not a few days. Not 1 week. Real effort over weeks and months. That is when patterns started to appear. I noticed which type of content brought attention. I saw which products people actually needed. I understood which platforms worked best for me. These insights only came because I stayed consistent long enough. Then I focused on systems. Instead of depending on motivation, I created daily routines. Every day, I worked on 3 things: creating, learning, and improving. Even if I did not feel like it, I still showed up. That consistency built momentum. Another major shift was thinking long-term. At the beginning, I wanted quick money, fast results, instant success. But that mindset kept me stuck. When I started thinking in months and years, instead of days, my decisions improved. I stopped wasting time on shortcuts. I started building assets. Assets are things that keep making money over time. A YouTube channel, a digital product, a strong freelance profile, a small online brand. These things grow slowly, but once they grow, they keep working for you. That is the real goal. Not just making money once, but building something that continues to generate income. If you are serious about starting, here is a simple action plan. First, choose one skill that you can offer. Writing, design, video editing, or even basic tasks like data entry. Second, start offering that skill immediately. Do not wait until you feel ready. Third, document your journey. Share what you learn. This builds an audience over time. Fourth, create something you can sell more than once. Even a simple guide or template is enough to begin. Fifth, reinvest what you earn. Improve your tools, your knowledge, and your reach. And most importantly, do not stop. There will always be distractions. There will always be easier options. But those options will keep you in the same place. I am Nick, and I did not change my life overnight. I changed it one small step at a time. Now the question is not whether this works. The real question is whether you are ready to start. But you have the ability to change it. Start small. Stay consistent. Learn from every mistake. Your journey will not be easy, but it will be worth it. So let me leave you with this. I started with nothing but stress, doubt, and zero direction. I failed, I wasted time, I lost money, and I questioned myself again and again. But every small step taught me something. Every mistake pushed me forward. And every time I refused to quit, I got closer to something real. Here's what matters most. Start small, but start now. Focus on one path, not everything at once. Be consistent even when results are slow. Learn from failure instead of running from it. Build assets, not just quick money. And most importantly, do not stop. Because the truth is simple. Your life will not change until you decide to change it. I am Nick, and if I can build income from nothing, you can too. The opportunity is real, but it only works if you do. If this story helped you see what is possible, take action right now. Like this video so more people can find it. Subscribe to the channel for real and practical ways to make money online. Share this with someone who feels stuck and needs a way forward. Your journey starts today.